Welcome back to Failary's Fan Art Fridays. My name is Hillary, and this week I am doing Spirit. I actually did this particular drawing back in 2006. I don't have the picture. I looked high and low and I couldn't find it, but here it is on my phone. You can tell it's well loved, and I'm gonna go ahead and redo it this week and try to make it look a little bit better. And I might have watched Spirit while I was doing it. So let's just jump right into it. For those of you who haven't seen Spirit, I'm going to go ahead and read the film synopsis. The film follows the adventures of a wild, rambunctious Mustang Stallion as he journeys through the untamed American frontier. Encountering man for the first time, Spirit defies being broken, even as he develops a remarkable friendships with the young Lakota brave. The courageous young stallion also finds a love with a beautiful paint mare named Rain on his way to becoming one of the greatest unsung heroes of the Old West. Spirit was released in 2002, so I would have been 12 at the time, and being a young girl obsessed with horses and ponies, I fell in love with this movie. I probably watched it to death, and it really captured me and captured my love for horses. And the soundtrack for this movie is absolutely incredible. All the songs are by Bryan Adams, and he did a fantastic job. This soundtrack is one of the only soundtracks I actually bought and kept the entire album and fell in love with the entire album. To this day, there's still songs on there that still give me goosebumps. It's absolutely incredible. I think every class, like growing up, had that one girl in the class that always drew horses and ponies. Yeah, I was that girl. I loved horses. I always had horses. I got my first horse before I was even a year old. I wasn't allowed to ride him up by myself, obviously, because I could barely stay on, but I just developed this beautiful attachment to horses, and I was also so careless about how much I loved horses that I would even wear my breeches to school. I'll admit I was one of those mildly obnoxious kids that would make up like a routine to the songs on the trampoline and make my poor parents watch this quote-unquote routine that I made that was different literally every time that I did it, because it wasn't a routine. It was just me jumping on the trampoline and doing backflips every once in a while. It entertained me. So to this day, the scene that I'm drawing right now is still one of my favorite scenes in the movie, and it's because this is the scene where Spirit is being attempted to be broken by people, and he's just not having it. He's trying every trick in the book to get the man off of his back, and the song that's done for this is just so fantastic, and it, as I said, still gives me chills, and I just love the look on Spirit's face when they open up the gate to let him out, and it's so cute. He's just so angry and determined to not be broken, and it makes me so happy. Spirit might be one of my favorite horses to draw of all time, and it's just because Spirit has eyebrows, and eyebrows so much expression in a character, and I don't know why I haven't drawn eyebrows in any of the other horses I've drawn. Probably because I get caught up in trying to do those horses a little bit more realistically, but the eyebrows, I think, really make the character and help portray the expression that is on Spirit's face, and it's done so well. I do think that I had an easier time doing the redraw this time, not because I've done it before, but because I could actually screenshot the scene and put it up on my computer and keep glancing at it the whole time, and then be able to watch the movie at the same time on my iPad, but I couldn't do that originally because it was 2002, and I would have to like just pause it on the TV, and then I couldn't watch it while I was doing it. I had to just pause it on the TV and keep looking up and down at the TV, and I'd have to keep turning the TV back on and refinding the same scene again because the TV would go to sleep after a while. So that was really frustrating at the time, and I know that it has definitely gotten its perks by being able to pause it on my PC, have it on a different screen while doing it on my tablet, and I think the tablet itself is a little bit easier to work with than, I don't know, printer paper and shitty colored pencils that I had at the time, because I don't think I had Prismacolors at the time. I believe I was just using regular Crayola. And printer paper isn't the best medium to work on. It's really flat and thin and just it's not good. And Crayola colored pencils do okay. They hold their own, but it's nowhere near to the pigmentation of a Prismacolor. So I think I went over with like a million layers trying to get a flat color, and it just still didn't look good at the end. But it looked okay. I tried. And what's really nice about the digital is it's easy to get that nice flat color and then go back in and do the shading afterwards, rather than, try to build up the shading and build up the color at the same time and then get them to blend. I do think that this time around I got his shape a little bit better. His nose is more tucked in, and instead of out, I think I did a more natural pose the first time around for a horse rather than the unnatural pose the second time around, which Spirit is having an unnatural pose in the movie, and I think my brain got stuck on the realism in the first time around, which is okay. I also think I might have done the bit a little too small, which isn't technically a bit because of the way it's sitting on his face. It looks more like a hackamore, but in the movie they do shove it in his mouth, so that's a little confusing. But hey, can't win them all, right? And do think that the reins are a little thin. I could have done a little bit better there. But ultimately, I think I did do a better job this time. I put a background in there and made it wood. I didn't use the actual background from the movie because ain't nobody got time for that. I just wanted to make a nice little wooden wall. Here's the finished piece. And I want to go ahead and thank all my patrons. You guys help make this channel possible. If you'd like to help make this channel possible and be a patron yourself, the link is in the description down below. Thank you. Bye-bye.